Welcome back to Age of Strife, everybody. It looks like the
Hmm.
players closest to the GM have died first.
Hmm.
Probably something involved. Oh, I guess no. Hold on, because Tyler's taking the place of Tiberodite. He was far away.
Yeah.
Okay. Whew. Not cursed positions. So you guys are in the swamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
We have
nighttime. There's dangers all around you. Your soldiers have fled. Your sub commander is unconscious and bleeding to death. You have lost a
no, he's not
sister.
bleeding. He's fine.
Well, he's not bleeding to death, but he could be bleeding to death. You've
Yeah.
lost a sister, and Arthur's brother is almost dead. What do you
Okay.
guys do?
So I tell Arthur start packing up the camp. I guess the tent's still there. And Luther's going
All right. I'll pack up the tent.
Luther's going to start picking up Hydra heads and putting them into bags.
They're big. Like a Hydra head is, it's a big thing. It's like a horse's head, or a little bit larger than that.
That's not.
I mean, a horse's head is huge.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
You can maybe drag one behind a horse, but you can't fit it in any bag.
How do we pack up the tent? Can I fit it inside the tent? And
The tent gets rolled up, and then it has some poles that are attached to it that kind of ride on the side.
Can I roll one up inside the tent?
You could, yes.
Okay. So I tell him to roll up the Hydra head in the tent. And I start tying other Hydra heads, because I have 50 feet of rope.
hmm
So I'm going to cut off, how much do you think I need to tie up a Hydra head?
Oh, God, I don't... It depends on how you want to tie it up. Like, if you wrap around, it's probably going to take, 20 feet of rope to secure it. If you want to, run it through the mouth and out the throat and tie it into a knot, you could probably do it in maybe 10 feet of rope, but you'd have to be putting your hand inside the Hydra's mouth and throat.
Um,
And if it has any, automatic
Okay,
reflexes,
so-
it could bite you.
well, first I'm going to... Can I even pick Ginger up?
Oh,
She doesn't have one of her legs anymore, so she's a little bit lighter.
yes, she is. Between the two of you, you could get her on a horse and you can drag her around. So it's not going to
I'm
be.
take her to her horse and secure her to it. Do I need rope to do that? I probably do.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'll secure her to it with 10 feet of rope, maybe less.
The horses are unhappy with the smell of blood in the air, and as you're putting Ginger on the horse, it bucks and starts to freak out a little bit. Can you make me a horseback riding proficiency check or an animal handling check if you have it?
I don't.
Okay, either one of those then to
So-
keep the horse in check.
Do I do it with wisdom?
Yeah, it's wisdom plus 3 and then a total of -5 since you're unproficient.
Okay.
So -2 total. No, so you're starting to put Ginger on the horse, and it's not having it. It's too freaked out by the smell of blood and the sounds of carnage around it. The horse tosses from side to side, throws Ginger off, lands on the ground with a splat, and the horse kind of bolts into the swamp a little ways.
Fucking horse.
Yeah.
I go to retrieve the horse.
You can bring the horse back, but it's nervous and skittish.
Okay.
It does not like the smell of blood.
I tell Arthur, you put Ginger on the horse and ride with Cal Reginald on yours. Basically, I'm telling you, he has to pack up the tent, put Ginger and Cal Reginald on horses. And I'm just gonna start tying up Hydra heads, I guess. Can I fit one in my backpack?
No.
A horse's head is...
A horse's head is huge.
Okay.
Why don't you just get the fangs and get one head?
I can tie up one more head. At least. He probably needs rope for Ginger. And maybe for Cal Reginald, though. If he's riding with Arthur, then even though he's unconscious. Maybe Arth can hold him on. Oh, so I'll tie up 2 more heads and tie them to the back of my horse.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give Arthur the rest of the rope to help with the people. And I guess by now he's probably rolled up ahead into the tent.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess, yeah, I just tell him he's going to have to calm the horses to get Ginger on it, but we need to take her back.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll go get the horse, and then I go try to calm the horse down.
The horse can be calmed, and you can eventually get Ginger on the horse. It's just unpleasant.
Yeah. Yeah. Arthur takes some time to do it, so he calms down the horse, then goes and picks Ginger up and puts her on the horse.
Oh god.
Yeah, and I'll help out to make it faster because we need to get out of here. Yeah, and then...
All right. Once the heads are tied to the back of the horses, and Ginger's on one of the horses, and Reginald's on one of the horses, and the tent's on a horse, and now it's all packed up.
Yeah.
So you've got 3 horses to carry 4 bodies and 3 Hydra heads.
Yeah, but we're dragging the Hydra heads so they can...
It's true. Okay. I think with this, you can slowly make your way back to Wadsworth. Do you head out tonight, or are you going to leave the next morning?
We definitely head out now, and I'm going to try to push the horses, if at all possible, to...
Okay,
Maybe
the swamp at night is dangerous terrain for the horses. They can't see very well where they're going, and the terrain is rugged. Yeah, you can light a torch to help out.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh, actually, I don't think you run into any encounters with that roll.
That'd be nice.
Swamps have the highest % chance of encounters, but that's a pretty...
I can't believe we encountered a Hydra. That's ridiculous.
It is an unlikely encounter, but it's on the chart.
Yeah, I saw it in the monster notes, but I was like, we're not going to run into a Hydra.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got some glory, that's for sure.
Yep. If only glory was worth something. I guess it's worth something, but
Okay.
it's not worth what we paid.
You make it back to Wadsworth sometime after sunup. It's probably actually getting towards afternoon when you arrive. The walls kind of begin to show up at the edge of your vision as a welcome sign of relief and refuge. You make it into Wadsworth proper. The guards at the wall, in where the holes are, see you coming and give you an excited motioning to beckon you forward.
Okay. So it's just right in dragging some Hydra heads behind us.
Mm-hmm.
They seem very keen that what you're dragging behind you as you arrive. And immediately go to the back of the horse to look at the heads, oohing and awing at them. The pair of guards are quickly followed by various citizens from town who come out to see the carnage. And you learn that of the 5 people who fled, 4 of them made it back here alive. With tales of fighting a Hydra out in the swamp under the leadership of Luther, Thorn, and Kel Reginald. But that, they broke and fled when it got too much, and poor Luther and Reginald and Ginger and Arthur, they all died out in the swamp, and no one's going to make it back. We barely made it out with our lives, so seeing you guys arrive right now with Hydra heads in tow is quite the sight.
Yeah. Yeah, we managed to kill it. All 8 of the heads are back there, but we couldn't. They were too heavy. We couldn't drag all of them.
And Luther's just not saying anything. He just wants to get back to our house, I guess.
It's going to be difficult to make your way through the crowd. There are hundreds of people pouring out of the town as news is spreading from the guards who made it back a couple hours ago. And then news that you guys have returned spreads like wildfire. It's going to be hard to make it through town, but you can do it. Eventually, you'll make your way back to your home in the middle of town. Oh, the south side of town. The throngs of people are thick. Is there anything in particular you're doing? Anything that should be...
Nothing super particular. We're gonna get back to the house. I don't even know what to do with Ginger.
Yeah. Well, when you get back to the house, there is the Sheriff Bruce, standing outside your house, outside of the wall even. He's got one of his soldiers with him, and he sees you guys come in with these heads in tow, leaving these big sloppy drag marks across the ground. He walks forward and meets you on your path. Says, "So, sounds like you boys slew a Hydra." He looks back at the heads you're dragging behind you.
Yeah, we killed it.
Then he notices the bodies on the horses, comes over and lifts one head up, sees Reginald, lifts the other head up, sees Ginger, shakes his head and goes, "It's a damn shame these two had to die."
I heard some of the men made it back. Have you seen them?
Oh yeah. We've been questioning them about the incident. Held them for desertion. Make sure that you guys, ungood for troops to run like that in battle. Got to set an example to everyone else. Would you like them to be set free? He says, looking at Luther. Or you want me to hold them for a little while longer to teach them?
Oh. I'll go talk to him in a bit. And decide what to do after that.
You guys make it into the house. Your family has arrived. Word has spread. They're all out in front in the yard. And you can see Mary whispering to William something. You can see tears beginning to well up in William's offset, unfocused eyes.
Yeah, I guess we'll get there. I don't know. I don't want to keep the horses tied to Hydra heads. So I guess we'll untie that and just leave the heads on the ground for now, because I don't know what else to do with them.
Death is becoming a regular thing around this family. And as you guys come up and unsaddle yourselves, no one says anything. And everyone kind of just heads back inside at the sight of single-legged Ginger thrown over a saddle.
Yeah, I guess Arthur and I are going to carry Cal Reginald to his bed.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know what to do with Ginger. What do you do with dead bodies in Wadsworth before the funeral? Where do you put them?
Leave them in their bed.
Okay, well,
They start to stink, but
yeah, we carry Ginger to her bed too, and I guess go outside and I don't know what to do with these stupid fucking heads. I guess for now, I'll take 2 of Ginger's spears, put them in the ground, and put the 2 heads that I dragged through the spears, and just have them sitting beside our house. And I think the other one I'll take inside to do we have a workshop or something inside our house?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take it in there and just lay it on a table or something.
Sure.
Since the one that was rolled up in the tent, since it's probably in the best condition.
Okay. Each of your family members are in their separate parts of the house. A few of them are gathered actually in the main parlor. They see you bringing in this Hydra head, and dumping it on the table. Max comes over to you, puts a hand on your shoulder, and then goes to inspect the Hydra head, mumbling something to himself about, bizarre beasts with too many heads for their own good.
Yeah, and I guess if William's out in the main parlor, I'm gonna go and take a seat beside him and just put my arm around him, I guess, and sit there for a while.
Yep. I'm gonna go be with my brother.
William, at some point, gives a restrained sob and shakes his head and says, "He wasn't supposed to be like this. There were risks. Knew some of you might not make it, but not Ginger. Not like this."
Yeah, I guess I just stay fairly silent. And I'll probably say something about not knowing how a Hydra found us. Like not knowing there were even Hydras in the swamp. But generally just staying silent.
Your father's too overcome with emotion to berate you for not realizing the dangers of the swamp. His usual aggressive tone is just gone. Normally never miss an opportunity to tell you that you suck and that you aren't doing well enough. Except for today.
Well, I guess after a while I'll head out of the house and to the sheriff's station.
Mm-hmm.
I guess all the men are held there.
Yep.
I guess I'll do a quick survey of them. Who is it that's there?
Wrote their names down. Go. You have 4 soldiers that made it back alive. They are Annis, Jacob, Ryan, and Jackson.
Okay. And I guess
they are held they're all held in one cell. Or I guess the 3 men are held in one cell, the woman's held in another. They see you coming in, eyes wide with surprise. They rush to the bars. You made it! You lived!
And I just nod, I guess. And I say, Ginger didn't. And
Arthur? Reginald?
Arthur's fine. Reginald almost died, but I bandaged him. He'll be okay eventually.
Jacob hangs his head in shame because I'm so sorry. Everyone was dying. I didn't know what else to do. The guys on either side of me were dead, and the ones beyond that were falling. And it had so many heads, and it was so big. It ate Lucas in a single bite.
I know. You all put up a good fight. I don't think it's too unreasonable for you to run when you did, but well,
Sheriff Bruce is here, and comes over and kind of whispers in your ear, "You want me to let them out?"
I just nod.
Okay. He takes the keys, lets them go, hands them back their armor, and they head with you back to the house to pay their respects and tend to the fallen and return to their normal guard duty of your house.
Okay. So I guess now I'm gonna make a poultice for Reginald and myself and Arthur, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna do a little work in the greenhouse.
Okay. Well, it seems like It'll just be resting and healing from here on out. So why don't we call it a day?
I was going to do one more thing.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I want to inspect the Hydra head.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I know anything about Hydras with animal lore. It seems more like a monster than an animal, but I also have toxicology, and I guess they didn't have poison. So I'm just gonna inspect it and see if there's anything really valuable I could take from it.
Okay. There's no component of the Hydra that is particularly valuable in and of itself, but the hide is nice and thick. There's not a lot of it since it's just the one head, but it could be used for some sort of leather working easily. The teeth are sharp, and since they're Hydra teeth, you might be able to sell it to someone for something. Same thing with the eyes. They're not really valuable, but maybe some sort of crazed collector or alchemist or something would want to have these on hand.
Is there a taxidermist or something in Wadsworth?
There's not, but the caravan is still in town. If anyone would like to purchase exotic goods, could be the caravan.
Well, what I was hoping to do is have the head stuffed. And preserved.
Let's see. There's gotta be... Well, let's just find out. Yes, there is... some sort of taxidermist, not a fully qualified one. I don't know what the taxidermy process is like.
Yeah.
I
could take it to like some dude like embalm bodies before they're buried in the crypt. Maybe you know it.
They try and dry those out. There's probably a leather worker in town who dabbles in taxidermy a little bit, who might be able to stuff one of the heads for you.
Okay. Well, I'll take the mostly intact head to him since I was dragging the others and they're probably not in too good condition.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take that one to him and just tell him to do his best.
Okay. We'll see what he can do.
Yeah, I'll take...
that's actually not bad. You'll take...
I guess I'll take the other two heads, and I guess maybe I'll take them to the same guy and tell him to just like get some hide and the teeth, anything that might be out of those, and just strip it. Yeah.
Okay. He'll start stripping the heads and stuffing the head. Is there anything else we want to do, or should we say our goodbyes for the night? It's time.
No, I think that's it.
Yeah. Player deaths are hard. So we're going to bring back Autumn for a little bit to say goodbye. Autumn, it has been a real pleasure playing with you. I am sorry to see another player go. It gets harder every time.
Well, it's good. Charis called it on him.
Charos. Worst mod NA.
Can't blame the Hydra. He's just a mindless monster.
You're very understanding.
Yeah. DM first, player second.
Well, where can people... Do you have anywhere that people can find you if they want to? Or
I'm on the Discord, and I don't stream, but I think sometime after spring I'll try setting up a stream. Maybe. Don't quote me. I might not even want to do that.
Yeah. Well, it's been a pleasure, and you will be missed. So that's it for... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, Luther won't know, but does Ginger go to the same beach? And
oh, I forgot all about that. Yes, I completely forgot about doing that sort of thing, which is unfortunate. But yes, Ginger, you do find yourself waking up on a pleasant beach. You should completely forgot about doing this. Yes, you do find yourself waking up on a beach, Ginger. There's a pier near you. There's palm trees. There's a warm breeze. You're in your armor. Some sort of monster attacking you recently, but it's all kind of fuzzy like a bad dream. like you're waking up from a nightmare in the water, and there's just this lovely sunset before you.
Take a look around.
Getting
Not
up,
wounded?
no, you're not wounded. You're fine. But there's a little hut behind you at the back of the pier. Got some palm fronds for a roof. The bamboo bar made up. You can see what looks to be Tiberodite and Stefan.
I'm gonna look to my side. Is Tiberodite's sword with me?
Nope.
I'll head over.
You see Tiberodite and Stefan with arms around each other, their backs to you at the bar. You can see Tiberodite's sword already hanging from his hip.
Hey.
They turn, and with broad smiles on their face, they move towards you. Stefan lifting you up in a big bear hug. Ty giving you a kind of an acidic response. You're here? Thought you were going to be there for a lot longer.
Well,
Here.
it all happened so fast.
Don't worry about it. Life is pretty good here. Take a look at this, he says as he hands you a beer and points to something on the other side of the bar that, down on the other side of the bar that captivates your attention. It looks like a bird's eye view of Wadsworth down on the other side.
You've been watching us from here. What is this?
Look, that's Luther. Look what he's dragging behind him.
Oh, yeah. Oh. That thing. It's the
Mhm.
last thing I saw.
Looks like a hell of a fight.
Yeah. Well. Was.
Could have told you the swamp was dangerous. I grew up there, he says before he goes into a long tirade about life in the goblin camps, growing up as a slave, things that he's seen.
Well, eventually Luther's going to kill all the goblins. Maybe burn the swamp.
There's a chuckle from the people seated around you at the bar. There's some faces you sort of recognize, but not quite. They're kind of just almost changing in front of your eyes. You have no idea who these other people in this bar are. But I think that closes us out for tonight. Party, why don't you take home 4,500 experience each for Hydra slaying.
I definitely level up.
Yeah, I probably do too.
What was it, 4,500?
Yeah, 4,500.
Okay.
Hydras are worth a lot. And the spiders and snake. You want to roll some hit points there, guys?
I'm just
Yeah.
double checking, make sure I did. Pretty sure I did.
I think you did.
Also, I'm putting... Oh, what else do I get this level? I think I get +1 to hit.
I think so.
Level 5, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Every odd number you get a +1 to hit. So it gets a, what is it, a D6 for you? For HP, Luther?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, here's my D10.
D10 plus 2 for you, Arthur.
Yep, come on!
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's alright.
I get these skills. I'm putting 15 into read languages. I get to try to read those journals again next session, I guess. And what else?
Wait, do you really have 22 HP, Luther?
Yeah. I think I rolled max 3 times in a row after first level.
Okay, and you're level 5, right?
Yeah.
That's weird. Arthur rolls D10 plus 2, and is one level below you, but has almost as much HP. Or I'm surprised you have more HP than Arthur right now.
Yeah, I've rolled pretty well after that initial one.
Oh, yeah,
I guess
I've rolled horribly except for my first one.
Yeah, I guess it was a reward for surviving with 1 HP.
Okay. Arthur, you get, what, +5 to hit with your longbow, 3 with your scimitar, 3 with your dagger, and 5 when throwing your dagger?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did I get anything else from leveling up? I got my +1, I got my thief skills, and the HP.
I think you get higher backstab damage next level.
I think I get new saves. Or is that last level?
You might get him this level.
I think it is this level.
Take a look. Fortunately, Real Goblins is down today.
Yeah.
Can't check it there. Saving throws. Saving throws. Here we go. Rogues, level 5. 12, 12, 11, 15, 13.
Nice.
Warriors, level 4. Same saves. 13, 15, 14, 16, 16.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone gets proficiencies. No. Okay, well, that's it for Age of Strife today. We'll see you next Sunday for the next chapter in our tragic tale. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.